Hi! So I am here to make some Ningxia Red gummies. We are having a child's or kids make and take tomorrow, and I wanted to have some Ningxia Red gummies for them to try because I really want it, and I think it's a better way to get my husband to drink some Ningxia. So the recipe calls for apple juice. So I got some 100% juicy juice, and then it calls for Ningxia Red, and I've got some Ningxia. It also calls for raw honey, so I get my honey from a local store. I get local unprocessed raw honey from the local health food store, and I also have Knox gelatin, and it looks like this. You can find it in like Walmart in the baking aisle. There's actually 4 in one of these, so there's plenty. So you only need to buy one. I bought 2, so I'm gonna have Ningxia gummies for days. So and then you also need some essential oils. So the recipe calls for orange and lemon. I don't have my lemon nearby, but I do have my orange and my citrus fresh. So I'm going to be using these 2 in our recipe. So the first thing that it says to do, I'm going to lift this real quick because it's okay, it's a little bit, I think. It's just grainy. So what it says to start with, you need to take your apple juice and you need to bring it to a boil and help melt your honey. So I've got like a little, just a pot going here. And I've got my little pan I'm just going to put on top. I'm going to turn that down because it doesn't need to be that high. And I'm going to add 3/4 cups of apple juice. And this is, I'm just going to use a 1/4 cup. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I need 3/4 cup apple juice in there. And then it says 1 tablespoon of raw honey. So I'm going to get my tablespooner. I'm just doing 1 tablespoon of raw honey. And you want it to melt. The whole point of doing this is you want to melt down that honey into your apple juice. So you're going to melt away. So yeah, so my event is tomorrow, and it's melting pretty easily. So I didn't know how long these were going to take to make, and I just didn't have time yesterday. So I was like, oh, I'll make them today. So instead of having my Friday DIY, we're going to have a Saturday DIY. Baby just went down for a nap, so it worked out great. All right, so that is all melted. So I'm just going to turn that off so I don't burn myself. And just kind of let it chill. And then it says in a glass bowl you want to combine your Ningxia and your citrus oils. So I'm going to do, if I know this thing open. Zachary must have put that lid on if he gave me this bottle of Ningxia. So I need a 1/4 cup of Ningxia. And this honey combination smells amazing. So I just filled that up with a 1/4 cup, and I'm putting it in, I'll show you in a second. I'm putting it in this glass bowl, because you need to use glass because you're using citrus oils. So here, I'll put this down so you can kind of see my messy counter. And then it says 4 drops of each. I'm going to do 4 drops of orange. I stopped counting, I was reading, so there might be 5 drops of that in there. All right, so what it says to do is to shake. I'm just stirring this. Oh, that smells really good. Shake your gelatin into your glass bowl. So I'm just going to give this a good stir. Just shake it up. Oh, hi, Miss Ningxia. It smells so good. So we're going to stir that up, and then we're going to take our packet of gelatin. So sprinkle gelatin in the glass bowl. Do not stir. Let it sit for 1 minute. So we're just gonna sprinkle this evenly across the bowl. There's way more in there than I thought there was gonna be. So I'm just kind of going back and forth until it all comes out. And it says do it for 1 minute. Let it sit for 1 minute. So I'm actually going to just put a minute on the timer. And we're gonna let that sit. And it's actually, it's really cool. It's like getting all funky. So while that's waiting for a countdown, I'm actually going to just read. It says now we're going to let it sit for a minute, and then we're gonna add the hot apple juice with the honey to this gelatin Ningxia mix with oils. And we're gonna stir it for 5 minutes. So I'm gonna get a metal spoon out, a glass spoon. That should be fine. That should be sufficient. And we're gonna stir it for 5 minutes, which I probably don't know if it needs to be stirred for that long. And the whole point is you want it to harden up. So we're almost down for a minute, so I'm gonna put this back down. So I've got my hot apple juice and honey mixture, sneeze, and then I've got my Ningxia mixture right here. So you can kind of see it's kind of, it looks all funny. So I'm going to take this. I'm not going to grab that. I want to check that. And I'm just going to pour it in here. Can go there for now. And I'm going to stir. Oh, my iPad fell off with my ingredients. For 5 minutes. So I doubt you guys want to watch that. So I'm going to pause it as soon as 5 minutes is up stirring. I'll come back. But first, since I gotta stir anyways, put the timer on. I'll tell you what I'm gonna put this in. So I went onto Amazon, and you can get like some little silicone molds. Hot, it's really hot. For gummies. Sorry, my brain is done. And I ended up finding it's adorable. It's like this. They're actual little teddy bears. You can see them this way. So they're little bitty teddy bears, and I couldn't. Oh, that's my son. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're back. Sorry about that. He was screaming. Well, I thought he was going to take a nap, but he had a bad dream. Put some dream capturing on, baby. So, okay, he's like, Mom, what are you doing? So we are still stirring. We have about 30 seconds left. So I was showing you the different molds that I got. And I got a package of the molds, and it came with this little dropper bottle. I'm going to keep stirring, and then I'll show you everything. And I don't think much. I think it was like $7, and it came with the 2 molds of gummy bears, and then the little dropper bottle came with it. So, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to drop this mixture right into, it's not thickening or anything, it's still liquidy. I think it's just to make sure you well. There we go. You're going to leap into the Ningxia holder, buds. So, here we go. You want to see? It's the hot water since we have a baby. So we have our Ningxia mix here. Everything in it. And I've got my little dropper tool. And I've got my 2 gummy bear molds. And I put them on a cookie sheet. So they're actually easy to transfer into the fridge. Because after we use them, we're actually going to put them in the fridge and let them harden. So that's the game plan. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to, you're okay, bud. I'm just going to move up here, this over so you can see a little better. And we're just going to suck up some of that juice. And we're going to put fill our gummies. Now I don't know if we're going to need 1 or 2. Oh, I overfilled them. Of the little thingies. So, whoops. Probably going to need 2. So, I'm sure I could be a little more careful, but I've got a baby in my arms, so I'm getting it worked out right now. What is Mommy doing, Grayson? So yeah, so we're just gonna fill these up, and I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to bring you back. So we're just gonna pause. We're back in a sec. Okay, we're back. We're back. So I'm just gonna let you see what we did. I went ahead and filled all these up, and I still actually had quite a bit left over. So I have this ice cube tray that I've got that has, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got actually like squishy, so it helps pop out the ice cube. So like the bottom part of it is like a plastic, similar to silicone. Sorry, he's not having it. So I went ahead and just filled those up to like the tip of the silicone. Like they're not very full. Like I just filled them up like that much. I just divided amongst all of them. So those will be like adult-sized gummies is my game plan. So what it says now is to just take these, put them in the fridge. Yeah. Somebody still needs your nap. Put them in the fridge, and then wait for them to harden up. So that's what we're going to do. And whenever they get done, we'll take them out and we'll show them to you. Okie dokie. Say all right. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.